Well, this is Ryan Johnson for the SunWest Distance Learning Center, and today I'm going to be going through the student assessment for the Agriculture Equipment Technician course. This document will have been sent to the work experience teacher that's going to be in charge of the student, as well as the dealerships. So if you are someone at the dealership, this document would be someone who would be this would be given to someone in direct supervision with the student while they complete their hours with you at the shop. So basically we'll go through this. We've got student information here, student name, school name, the dates of the work placement, and the work location. We also have the rating scale here. We've got a 10 to 9 being advanced understanding, an 8 being comprehensive understanding, a 6 to 7 being a basic, a 5 being partial, and 0 to 4 being not able. So using this rating scale, we are going to evaluate a few different types of skills. The first skill that we are going to evaluate is the employability skills. So for example, in this, we are going to evaluate the student's safety skills. So does the student identify potential health and safety hazards? Do they assure personal safety? Do they use correct safety equipment and procedures? And do they maintain a safe workplace environment? So the person that is directly in charge or supervising the student at the work placement would give a rating here out of 10. The next employability skill is personal management. For example, does the student dress appropriately? Do they make informed decisions? Once again, a rating out of 10. How well does the student work with others? A mark out of 10. The thinking skills for the student. And of course, the last one, change. How does the student manage change? At the very bottom, there's also the employability skills comment box that you can use for any other comments that were maybe useful in describing how the student was working with the supervisor. The next thing we're going to evaluate is workplace skills. So once again, this is going to be rated out of 10. How knowledgeable is the student at the task at hand? How well is the student's attitude in terms of a positive workplace attitude? And last, workplace competencies. Once again, same rating scale out of 10. And of course, there's also the comment box here that you can add any further comments. The last is the trade-specific skills. I'm going to go into this in a little bit more detail. First of all, the student coming to you in the dealership has to complete 50 hours. We would have 50 hours at the shop. That could be 43 hours of work placement with you if the student did the 7-hour boot camp at SAS Polytech. If they did not do the 7 hours, this would be a 50 in this location here. But if they did this, we're going to have 47 here, or sorry, 43 hours plus the 7 of the boot camp to equaling 50. Okay? So, once again, this is the trade-specific skills. These are the skills that the student has learned before they are able to go to the dealership. These are the skills learned in the 50 hours of theory portion that the student did online. So some of the topics that they learned in their theory are the agricultural processing equipment, the tools, fasteners, oils, and lubricants, and a career section. So when you are with the student in the work placement, if they are able to identify different types of agricultural equipment, or as throughout their placement they are able to do that, I want you to give them a mark out of 10 there. And also if you could tell us about how many hours would they have spent doing that. The one thing that we have to focus in on here is some of these things just might not get completed in the work placement due to the timing of when the student is with you. For example, let's say the student doesn't get a chance to demonstrate fasteners. Okay, that's not the end of the world, but what we do not want you to do as a supervisor of the student is to give the mark a 0 out of 10. We would put an NA out in here to signify that the student did not have the ability to measure fasteners. If they don't have the ability to measure fasteners and we put an NA there, the student is not going to be punished for that. If you were to give them a 0, of course that would affect their mark, and we do not want that. So if they do not get a chance to do something, please put an NA for the rating. If they do get a chance to do fasteners and you feel that they deserved a 9 and they spent maybe 4 hours with fasteners, that's how you're going to want to add those numbers into the sheet. There's also the comment box at the bottom for these trade-specific comments. The last page here is just basically a summarizing of the data. We've got the 3 skills there. We would typically have the work experience teacher fill this last page in. They would accumulate the data and create the final marks out of 10 based on an average. And then of course the work experience teacher is going to put their signature there. The person that was been in charge of supervising the student there. We also need a student signature here, and finally the principal's signature at the very end. Once this is completed, this document needs to be emailed to Lori Gasper at the DLC. Her email is lori.gasper@sunwestsd.ca. Or you can fax this to 252-2150. That is the fax number at the DLC. If you have any questions, the phone number at the SunWest DLC to get a hold of Lori Gasper or the administration there is 306-252-1000. They will be able to answer any questions related to this document or to the agriculture equipment course itself. Thank you.